Police probing double murder in 4 parts. Detectives in Clarendon have launched a probe into a double murder in the Agro Park Farms area of 4 parts in Clarendon on Tuesday. The deceased have been identified as 24-year-old Patrick Rick Thompson of Rhinebury, Clarendon, and 28-year-old Johnny Squaddy Cologan of Bulgard Content, Yorktown, also of the parish. Police say the men were fatally shot by armed assailants while traveling along a dirt road. Reports are that about 5:30 p.m., both men were riding separate motorcycles, had just left a river in the company of 2 women when they were ambushed by 2 masked gunmen. According to investigators, one of the men confronted Thompson and was overheard saying, "Ayume come for." The gunmen then opened fire on both men, sending them running into nearby farms. Thompson was chased and shot multiple times in the head and upper body, while Clogan was struck in the upper body and abdomen. The women managed to escape without injuries. The police were summoned to the scene and found the men face down with gunshot wounds. They were rushed to the Mapen Hospital where they were pronounced dead. The police are appealing to anyone with information to contact the 4 Parts Police at 876-987-0429 or Crime Stop at 311. Police warn against making hoax bank threats. The police are again warning persons against issuing hoax bomb threats, and this is an offense and perpetrators face being charged with creating public mischief. This is in the wake of yet another hoax, this time at the St. Catherine Parish Court in Spanish Town. It's reported that police and fire brigade got a call about the bomb threat at about 10:30 a.m. Firefighters as well as team from the police K9 and special operations branches responded. The courthouse was evacuated and searched. No threat was found, and the authorities gave the all-clear for the afternoon for the building to be reoccupied. Commanding Officer for St. Catherine North Police Division, Senior Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, said investigators continue to probe these bomb threat cases, stressing that those responsible will be brought to justice soon.
The police responded along with other agencies, the Jamaica Fire Brigade, operatives from CTOC, operatives from K9. They did their preliminary assessment, after which they conducted detailed search. After the assessment was done, the operatives from the courthouse, the staff, judge, and everybody, they were given the green light to return, and they returned to normal business. And we use the opportunity to implore persons that it doesn't matter of when you're caught, you're going to be charged for creating public mischief, and as well as other charges. So I just want to warn the general public that's only a matter of time before persons will be caught and be prosecuted. So while we do not take it lightly, we conduct our investigation. We have our response team, multi-agency response, and after which we are given the all clear. But all the bomb threats so far has been hoax, and we are just warning persons that the law will catch up on them, and we will be preferring charges as soon as we are able to identify the perpetrator or perpetrators in this. But investigations are ongoing.
KSAMC to strengthen effort measures to ensure adherence to established building codes. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, will be strengthening its enforcement measures to ensure adherence to established building codes. Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby, made the announcement during a special sitting of the corporation on Monday. This was in response to last week's heavy rain and flooding of several communities. Many homes were damaged and several residents were displaced. Among them was a woman whose house was impacted due to the nearby gully being reportedly blocked off because of an apartment complex. Mayor Swaby said the KSAMC will be undertaking a review of its building practices as a flood deterrent measure. The review will consider the construction of buildings in waterway which can cause flooding. Mayor Swaby added that the corporation will also be looking at the issue of illegal construction along gully banks and waterways, as well as waste disposal.
The KSAMC will be reviewing some of our building practices, especially as it relates to the permeability in development, allowing more waters to be absorbed naturally in the soil. This will also help to reduce the risk of flooding. This effort will promote more sustainable urban growth while protecting our communities and infrastructure. I wouldn't say it was shocking because we all have seen it somewhere in our divisions or some of these things. But it was shocking to see a building constructed right across a gully. This is not dangerous only to the occupants of the building, but affects the structural integrity of the bridge and the gully itself, which, if compromised, may result in widespread damage to roads and destruction to property. I urge residents to be more responsible in the decisions they make, as the life they save might be their own. Another factor we need to look at is the issue of illegal construction along gully banks and waterways, and it has worsened the effect of Friday heavy rainfalls. Residents must take responsibility, as improper practice increases the risk to lives and property. As representatives, we must play a stronger role in preventing and reporting unsafe construction and protecting public infrastructure. Moving forward, the KSAMC will place greater emphasis on enforcement and conformity to established building codes. While we acknowledge that weather conditions are an act of God and outside of our control, the belief that global warming has contributed to the changes in weather pattern forces us to be more vigilant when these conditions occur and will only add to our safety. We acknowledge that the KSAMC, as the local authority, must play its role in the overall cleaning and maintenance of drains and gullies, and will strive to do so in a more timely manner.
Heart NSTA Trust working to bridge skill gaps in local workforce. Managing Director of Heart NSTA Trust, Dr. Tanisha England, has underscored the importance of agencies' work in bridging the skill gap within Jamaica's workforce as a strategic imperative for driving economic growth. She was speaking during a joint meeting of the Rotary Clubs of the St. Andrew North and Downtown Kingston at Jamaica National Conference Suite in Kingston on Monday. She explained that a skills gap occurs when there is a mismatch between the skills that job seekers possess and those that employers require. This is often due to demographic shift, technological advancement, and/or the lack of training. She was speaking on the theme, Building Jamaica's Future. The role of technical and vocational training identified three distinct types of skill gaps. You have the hard work skill gap, which is the lack of technical skills, and then you have the soft skills gap, which is the lack of communication and the interpersonal skills, and then you have the digital skill gap, which is the lack of digital literacy, she explained. She noted that if left unaddressed, skills gap can result in reduced productivity, high employee turnout, and diminished competitiveness. She emphasized that closing the skills gap remains central to the Heart NSTA Trust mandate to align training program with the evolving needs of industry and labor market. The doctor pointed out that the agency is actively fulfilling this mandate through its 26 institutions, more than 70 community-based training intervention, and scholarship support for territory-level TVET programs at local universities. She further explained that HEART is prioritizing the enhancement of training quality and certification standard as part of its effort to improve Jamaica's global competitiveness. The managing director noted that Jamaica is ranked at 71 out of 141 countries, and we're saying that we can do better than that. She noted that HEART is expanding its services to at-risk youth while identifying focus on priority sectors including agribusiness, global services, manufacturing, tourism, logistics, renewable energy, and construction. A World Bank study indicated that technological productivity drivers such as innovation, education, and investment in human capital are critical for sustaining productivity growth and accounted for 65 to 75% of productivity improvement between 1998 and 2018. What this is indicating is that the investment that the Heart NSTA Trust is making in young people will work, and that it is what is going to turn around the economy, that it is what is going to create changes that we need to see, she maintained. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.